Hello and welcome to this edition of Issues and Insights. I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and at the beginning of our program today you saw some highlights of one of the most exciting programs that we do at North Hardin High School. It is hosted by the North Hardin High School JROTC unit, and it is annually held in honor of Sergeant Major Paul Gray, and it's the Memorial JROTC Invitational Drill, Marksmanship, Academic and Robotic Competition, and it's held for 2 days in March, and it's actually the best ticket to be those 2 days in March. Joining me is Lee Redmond, and Lee, tell me your role in this year's event.
Okay, thanks Gina for having me. I'm the 7th Brigade Junior ROTC rep and also the coordinator for all of the events that take place at this Sergeant Major Paul Gray. And we now have multiple events that are going to take place all on Saturday and Sunday. So it's turned into a very large event.
Now, how long have you been involved with the program?
I got involved starting in 2007, and so this is our 12th year of hosting this program or sponsoring this program along with Hardin County Schools.
Now, it's got to be one of those exciting things when you see it all come together. So what's it make you feel like?
It's a big deal. Much coordination has to take place way prior to the event. And having a drill competition consisting of both armed and unarmed divisions, an academic competition, a marksmanship competition at John Hardin High School, and again, you alluded to the robotics that we've adding just this year. It's the newest thing that we're doing.
Now, how many schools are coming?
Okay, we've got right now I've got 60 schools signed up, and they're coming from 5 states: Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And again, it's a very, very well participated event. Many of the schools come back year after year, because this is the only place they can come and participate in all 4 events all on the same day.
Now, what type of honors will be handed out, or awards be handed out on Sunday?
Well, we actually have award ceremony Saturday evening and Sunday. We give the top 5 team places, and then for the individual events we'll have individual marksmanship, top 5, individual academics, the best 5 individuals. Robotics, I think it's 1st and 2nd place this year, and so there's many awards that get presented during our award ceremony.
What kind of support do you need from the community on this?
Well, we're just trying to alert the Hardin County population that this event is going on. It's free of charge. There's no charge for parking. There's no charge for admission. We're going to have many other additional things going on. We'll have the U.S. Army drill team will be there, the Old Guard. They're going to perform twice, once at noon and once at around 4:30 on Saturday. The Golden Knights are sending a couple of their parachute jumpers are going to be at North Hardin all day on Saturday. We've got about 10 senior ROTC programs from our 5-state area. They'll also be there to talk scholarships and talking about what you need to do if you're going to plan on going to college after you graduate. We're going to have some reenactors from the Patton Museum. They'll be there with all of their equipment, and they'll be in uniform. I think General Patton's going to be there this year. We've got the Army Adventure Van laid on that'll be right out front of North Hardin all day on Saturday. So you can stop by and participate in any of this. We'll have about 10 food vendors. We'll have a t-shirt vendor there, a dog tag vendor there, many things to do, and again, it's all free.
I was going to say it's a great opportunity to see actually, thousands of kids that really impress you.
Absolutely. And then these cadets are, they don't get to come on these trips if they're not passing all their classes, and if their deportment's not good, or if they're having problems at school, normally they don't get to make these trips. So you're getting the best of the best, and we're looking forward to a really big show this year.
Right. For those at home that are not military oriented, what does JROTC mean?
Okay, JROTC is the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. The junior part means it's high school. Okay, senior means it's college or universities. And it's a leadership and a citizenship elective course that's offered. It's not required, and there's no military obligation after. A lot of people think that if you're in junior ROTC, you're going to have to go in the military. That's not true. So it's just to help kids that are wanting to maybe take a look and see if the military is something they would like to do. But it'll help anybody improve their leadership skills and their citizenship skills, their planning and organization, verbal communication. All of those things are taught in junior ROTC.
I was going to say great life skills.
Absolutely. I called it Life 101.
I think that's right.
I was an instructor in Illinois for 7 years prior to coming to brigade headquarters here at Fort Knox, and that's what I called it. It was Life 101.
What's brigade mean?
Brigade is just our area. We're in 7 different brigades, and it just encompasses the entire United States. Plus, we have high schools overseas. We got schools in Germany, in Guam, in American Samoa, and all over. So wherever there is an American high school that's close to a military installation, they'll have to have junior ROTC. Okay. So we're kind of everywhere.
Great. Well, we're going to have some students from North Hardin to come in and talk about the drill meet coming up in just the next segment. I'm going to do that over again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Lee. And now we're going to have some students from North Hardin High School and their new Lieutenant Colonel retired Scott Fowler joining us and to talk more about this wonderful program. Now we have 3 outstanding members of North Hardin High School. Joining us today are 2 cadets and your seniors at North Hardin, and also Lieutenant Colonel Scott Fowler, who's a new hire at North Hardin High School. Welcome to Issues and Insights. Cadet, tell me a little bit about yourself, and we'll end with Colonel Fowler.
I am Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Elisha Molinite. I am a senior at North Hardin High School, and I'm the battalion commander.
Great.
Hello, I am Cadet Major Rich. I'm also a senior at North Hardin High School, and I am the program's S1 and S3.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Fowler. I'm a new hire. I have been in this senior Army instructor position for 3 weeks.
Kind of put to the fire quickly.
Yes, absolutely.
So what's it been like the last 3 weeks, getting up to speed?
It's been a great challenge. It's everything I thought it would be, but I didn't realize how much fun and the connections I was going to make have made it really an awesome position to be in.
Oh, great. Now you walked into a program. The North Hardin High School JROTC program is well known for its talent and the confidence and just the program, the many success stories of those cadets that come through that program.
Absolutely, and I just want to take it to a higher level if that's possible. It's the cadets that make the program. We've got a terrific pool of cadets in the program, and I just can't wait to see how this year goes, because so far the first 3 weeks have been awesome.
Great. Okay, now you guys run the complete show of the drill meet that's coming up, so tell us from your standpoint what your responsibilities are.
My responsibilities as the OIC and battalion commander is to oversee that everyone is doing their job correctly and to fix any issues that may arise before and during the drill meet.
Now this takes place over a number of different buildings the 2 days of the event. So tell us a little bit about that, Cadet.
Okay, so we have North Park, our elementary school across the street. We have North Middle, and we have John Hardin High School helping us with our drill meet this year. And there will be each school is responsible for different activities. For example, John Hardin will be holding our marksmanship, and then we'll have platoon over at North Park. So without them, I don't think we could get as much done.
Now, the drill meet is held at 3 different locations, so tell us about that, Cadet.
Okay, so we have the marksmanship at John Hardin, we have platoon at North Park, and then we have the main building, which is our school, North Hardin High School, which will be hosting the academics, robotics, as well as color guard.
Okay.
And there's different types, so we have unarmed and armed, and yes.
Okay, and Cadet, how complex is it to put this all together?
It's very complex. We have to have planning months beforehand that our Master Sergeant Matthews does. It takes all of the seniors and underclassmen to really pull this together.
So this particular program, it draws competition from a large number of states and students. So tell us about that.
We have 60 schools attending our meet, and they're coming from everywhere in the brigade, from Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and Michigan.
Wow. Now, when they come in, do you all have to host them in any way, help them find hotel rooms and things like that as part of your planning?
Yes, we allow for them to stay inside of classrooms while the day's events are going on.
Okay. And what type of things are they doing in the academic portion?
So that's for JLab, and it's mostly just a test to see how well they know our program as entirely. So how well do they know drill? How well do they know like basic knowledge?
Okay. And then the other aspect you mentioned robotics. So what
Yes.
do they do in robotics?
That is actually a new thing that we have going on, because our 7th Brigade Lieutenant Colonel Oski, he wants to open up our program for more things, and robotics is one of them. So
I was going to say it's pretty popular in this area, and of course our schools have outstanding robotics teams. When you approach this, I'm sure you've been in the ROTC program, the JROTC program, for a few years. So stepping into it as a senior, how has your role changed this year?
Instead of doing the grunt work that our underclassmen and some of our seniors do, it is now our job to oversee and help the underclassmen fix any issues that they have.
And how many students are involved in this?
in the drill meet,
Mm-hmm.
so we have everybody participating.
So that's in the...
Our whole battalion, yes.
Okay, and how many students are in that battalion?
Around approximately 217.
My goodness, that's great. What does this teach you? What do you learn from this experience?
We learn a lot of leadership skills, such as communication, cooperation, dedication especially, and quick thinking.
Okay, and organization too, I'm sure.
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel Fowler, I know that this is something that you're doing for the first time, so it's going to be really exciting that day. What do you hope to accomplish with this, with seeing these young people take charge?
Well, the goal obviously is to push down a lot of the management to their level. It's leadership development. So we have a matrix of a schedule of how that goes. So it's their job to make sure that we stay on the schedule, that we provide everything the teams need to be successful. And I'm just looking forward to making sure that we get from 8 o'clock Saturday morning to 2 p.m. on Sunday with no issues.
Awesome. Well, I know that you're going to have some help there. North Hardin staff always comes out to help too. And so take time to come out to North Hardin on March 10th and 11th. And I can't wait for this event to take place at North. And of course, individuals in the community, you're welcome to join and watch these young people not only run the show behind the scenes, but also a lot of school kids performing in front of you. Coming up next is Command Sergeant Major Robinson from John Hardin High School. Joining us now is Command Sergeant Major retired Charles Robinson from John Hardin High School. And of course, you're going to have one of the most exciting events taking place during the drill meet. Tell us a little bit about what your all's role is.
Well, what we're going to do, John Hardin High School is going to host the Sergeant Major Paul Gray Invitational Rival Part. Right now we have 72 teams that are either what we call Sporter or Precision, consists of 4 folks each, so we'll have about 300 people there by the time we're all done. And we host that and run that at John Hardin, and then we give the scores back to the North Hardin guys, and eventually they'll do the ceremony there.
Now, for those that may not be familiar with what takes place at a rifle competition, describe those events.
Well, air rifle competition is held in all the high schools in the junior ROTC program, and we all have teams. Many of the junior ROTCs throughout the nation have what we call air rifle teams. They shoot a pellet rifle, a pellet gun for lack of a better word, and they have different levels of those. So we'll bring them in. They shoot at 30 feet, 10 meters. They have 300 target with a 300 total on it, and that's how we determine who wins that. So we'll have quite a few people going. We'll do them in about 5 relays on Saturday. I'm going to host one Friday night as well, so we can accommodate all the teams that'll come in. We've got teams from Tennessee, from Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and of course Kentucky.
Now, you're also going to have some cadets participating, correct?
Yes, I do have a team, what we call a sporter team, a freshman team, lack of a better word, it's a varsity team and a junior varsity team. And then we have what we call precision, which is the first year we've really done precision.
I was going to say, you have outstanding teams. Talk about some of the recent awards that you've had.
John Hardin High School has, in the last 10 years, either won or been runner-up to the Kentucky State for all 10 years. This year we're the runner-ups. Last year we were the champions. We also participate in many others. This year, for the first time, the American Legion has a postal match, or a match we're going to participate, or we did participate in. I believe we've came in the state champions on that. The National Rifle Association also holds a rifle championship. We will wait till 1st of March to know how well we did with those. So we've done several of those. Other local ones, other high schools have held them, so we've participated in several of the national levels.
How many students are involved at JROTC at John Hardin?
Right now we have 130 students enrolled at John Hardin High School in the junior ROTC, spread over 4 blocks, and that's pretty normal what we run with those. We have a drill team, a color guard team, a rifle team, a raider team, so we have all the things that we need to have for a junior ROTC program.
What does junior ROTC do to develop those kids?
Our primary focus is making better citizens. We do that by using the military model of leadership and the regimental system that makes that happen. We do that by putting them in charge, by guiding them and giving them an opportunity to actually take folks and try to accomplish tasks. That's really how you develop leadership amongst them. Now, obviously, we have many classes that are also given to them, but a lot of that is hands-on, them doing it and us training them so they can take a group of folks and do something.
Again, for the audience at home, what time are the competition on Friday and the competition on Saturday?
On Friday's competition, we're going to have about 10 teams, looks like right now. It'll start at 1800 and finish at 2000. Starting at 07:30 on Saturday morning, running until probably about 17:30 on Saturday, we'll have a total of 4 more relays, and they'll have an opportunity to come in. It is open to the public. You can come in, watch. The superintendent at the schools allows us to do that, so we're very glad she's allowed us to do that. And normally she'll show up and come in and look around as well.
Well, it's it's a lot of fun. And for some, I've attended it numerous times, and it's one of the most exciting events.
It's one of the largest events in the region when we get right down to it. Running 72 teams is a lot of teams. Most other schools or most other venues that they run in, they'll run less than 50, 60 teams. So it's a very large undertaking for us.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you all for doing that.
Well, our pleasure.
Lee, just quickly recap the dates and the times and where people need to be.
Okay, the dates are March 10th and 11th. North Hardin High School, John Hardin High School are the two where most of the activities are going on. We also use North Park Elementary. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, no charge, everything's free to get in to the public. Plenty of parking there at North, and it'll be all day Saturday, and then we normally start at 8 o'clock Sunday. We'll usually finish up around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon.
Okay, and it's the best ticket in town.
It absolutely is. If you want to see a lot of things that you don't normally get a chance to see, this is a great opportunity.
And you can bring your children too, little ones too, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sure.
All right, great. Thank you for joining me today, Lee, and we really look forward to the upcoming Sergeant Major Paul Gray Memorial JROTC Invitational Drill Meet at North Hardin High School. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Issues and Insights.